Alright guys, welcome to a second look of anime shows, TV shows. I usually do a second look of these shows down the road. I finished rewatching Dragon Prince again. My rating for Dragon Prince as of right now, this recording. Now I review the whole series because I know I reviewed it in parts. And usually what I'll do is if I review things in parts, I will come back to the show, rewatch the whole thing in its entirety, and then give you a full review of it. And I gotta be honest with you, it's an 8 out of 10, like an 8.5 out of 10, like a little things. Certain things they did well, certain things they did wrong. So it's one of these things where I'm just like looking more into it. And if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background, it's more the fact that let's see here. Person. Okay, so if you hear noise in the background, more than likely you guys are my window's open because kind of got cool weather going in. Hopefully my dog does not bark. Get down. So, but yeah, surely enough, Dragon Prince is the three main characters. Um, okay, three main characters. Caleb, who's the one doing the magic. Ezrin, or Ezrin, I believe, the king, the little king, and Rayla. So here's the thing about Caleb and Ezrin. So Caleb and Ezrin are stepbrothers. Caleb's mother married Ezra's father, and that's how they became in. Um, and the king took him in. This show is very diverse and is very uh, LGBT community, that the alphabet community. But it's not that bad. It's not forced in it. And remember, the show came out in 2019, so they were at the point where they were pushing it but not forcing it. This is back in the day. I do not know what they're going to do in the new seasons, and I feel like they will force a lot of things in the newer season because at that time it was like okay to like push it but not force it. But now they're at a point where I think they're gonna force it. And plus, I heard the creator of the show, uh, Aaron, whoever his last name is, I don't want to butcher it, left due to issues with staff members and stuff like that, women. And so whoever's running the show now, if it's a female, you might see a lot more of that, and that might take away from the story. I hope not, but you never know how things go and the way things like the climate is today yet. But pretty much they're trying to get the dragon you see on top of Ezra's head um, back to his mother because the dragon egg was stolen or supposedly destroyed by a evil mage, which you'll see in the cover picture. Uh, he took the egg and tried to use it for its power, but he could never get the egg to work. Years later, the egg is now was found, and they take the egg back. Funny enough, Rayla parents the moon elf on the left. Um, well, over there on the side with the blades. My left compared to maybe your right. I don't know. But her family was supposed to protect the dragon egg, but they did a way where they kind of made like a play saying, no, keep the egg alive. Da, 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 da. So, they played a part. Like everybody's intertwined. Pretty much it's thing of the father sins and the sons have to deal with that. And then it's like that's pretty much the thing is stuff that happened in the past. You can hear the airplane, and I would not edit this out either. So, but you hear that and you see okay what's going on. Especially you see that in season 3 or was it 3? You start to see everything start planning out or how this all comes together. Um, It's very much like Avatar because the creator who worked on the show, who made the show, actually worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender. And you could start seeing various similarities. I thought he handled it pretty well. I do have certain issues with certain things on the show. The pacing's not bad; it goes by pretty quickly. There's times where I was really invested back into the show again because I was invested into the world. Um, you get to see dark magic used in the ways, and you get to see people start picking their sides, sons against father, daughter against sons, and it's you start seeing a lot of that, and it's pretty good. What's right and wrong, what's good and right, who's the villain of the story. Just because somebody's a child doesn't mean he doesn't have the potential to be a leader, and you start to see a lot of those factors being put in. Um, and I gotta be quite honest with you, I enjoy those factors. Um, would I rewatch the show again? Yes. I rewatched it, not saying because we're getting a new season, but I just rewatched it to rewatch it. A lot of people will just rewatch it. I rewatched it because I haven't watched it in a long time. I do that with a lot of shows like Blood Zeus, um, Castlevania, and etc. etc. Um, but with that being said, though, that's all I gotta say. Like I said, an 8 out of 10. The show in its entirety is still good, and this is my second look of it. If you haven't seen it, I will go say check it out. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day.